Welcome back. My name is Chris Boris, the Ghost Doctor, and tonight we're headed to the Patterson Tower in Dayton, Ohio. In this episode, we desperately try to help a spirit by making contact with it, and for the first time ever, we make a demand of the spirit that catches us all off guard. Did you get the spike on camera? I hope somebody did. My name is Chris Boris, and I'm the first ever ghost behaviorist. I interact with spirits by studying their behavior patterns. So you were involved in that crash, correct? And I come armed with psychology, sociology, and ancient texts to connect with a spirit on a higher level which has never been done before.
Oh, I got goosebumps on that one.
With these new skill sets, I can talk with them.
Did you die in this room?
Interview them, and really get into their psyche.
He wants to kill somebody.
Which in turn helps me to diagnose them. Hauntings in this world are on the rise, and it's because these bigger issues are at play. I'm here to counsel the dead and help empower the homeowners they haunt.
Ooh, you're right here, aren't you?
The next level of ghost hunting is here because the Ghost Doctor is in. Greetings, my name is Chris Boris, the Ghost Doctor, and tonight we're going to the Witch's Tower. Now, what's interesting about the Witch's Tower is we came here a couple years ago and had an interesting encounter with the paranormal.
Hold on, I'm not taking a bag.
Is it working?
My camera keeps shutting off. Is there anybody in this area that's playing with my camera? If you're playing with my camera, do it again. Oh, just paused again.
Tonight we're going back to Witch's Tower and see if we can get some more paranormal things to happen and make contact with the spirits here. Oh, I know. So the Patterson Tower has been a place that's been stuck in my craw for a very long time because the last time we were there, I felt like we were being teased the entire time. And since I've learned so much since 2007, I've always wanted to come back here and see if this place is really haunted and see if my camera really was acting up because of that.
Boy, that thing cool or what?
Now this tower is located deep within the woods on the outskirts of town. Although you can see the tower by this roadside, to actually reach it requires a bit more of a trek through the wilderness.
Oh man, that's awesome. I forgot how big that tower was. Kind of winded.
Now some people have speculated that the structure was built during the Civil War, but it was actually built in the 1940s as a project preceding the Great Depression, and it looked very different from today with a wooden roof, a metal gate, and stairs leading up to the structure. However, it was well reported that in 1967, 16-year-old Peggy Harmison and her boyfriend visited the tower during the exact same time a thunderstorm occurred, and it was tragically struck by lightning. Since there was a ton of metal lining up and down the insides of the building, the electricity from that lightning jolted throughout the structure, causing her boyfriend to be badly burned and hospitalized. As for Peggy, well, she received the full brunt of this lightning, and unfortunately her life was taken that very evening. Since then, the tower has been reportedly haunted by a lady in white, as well as a shadow person, which is sometimes seen at the top of the tower late at night.
Now the interesting thing about Patterson Tower here is they actually sealed up the entrance.
And this was done in the 1980s because it was becoming a popular spot for people doing drugs to come and hang out in. And only a few YouTubers like Thrasher Banks and Shot Amazing managed to sneak a peek inside to reveal a winding staircase now covered in a mossy overgrowth and graffiti.
And unfortunately, we can't go inside of it, but we can investigate around it. So that's what we're going to do here tonight. I think it's been 13 years since we've been here, Alan.
Yep.
All right, if there's any spirits that are going to be here, they're going to need this because there's no electricity anywhere in the vicinity. So first thing I'm going to do is pull out the Obelisk. An Obelisk, of course, is what I like to call a voice box for the dead. It actually takes the energy in an area and associates words to them. So I'm going to turn this on here and see what the first word is that comes up. Hopefully it's relevant to what we have. If there's anyone here, can you put a word on this device? We can have a dialogue. We were here a couple years ago trying to make contact with you. You turned off one of my cameras. Thanks for that. But we actually want to make contact with you, more contact with you. Oh, come on, man. Mommy? Are we dealing with a child spirit, maybe? As soon as I let go of that, Alan.
Said mommy?
It said mommy.
Who's saying mommy? What's your name?
All right, if there's anything in the area, we are ready for you, man. I've got meters aplenty around here. If you want to make contact with us, all you have to do is spike or touch one of these meters because we want to talk to you. We are here for you. So touch any one of those meters.
Take one around the building really quick.
All right. Yeah, we've got this place decked out with meters. I don't think contact will be a problem. One of the things people have experienced here is shadow people kind of leaning over the edge at the top of the tower. And we would actually love to see something like that happen, which of course that's going to be rare, but that would be beautiful.
Is there anybody here who'd like to come through this device and say any words they can think of to us? All you have to do is think about what you want to say, and the device can speak for you. You can speak directly to us.
I've got some peanut butter. Would that entice you to talk to us? Just hit that meter. And this is all yours. A food offering for you.
Is there anything you need? Then let's just break out that.
Did that go? Was there a spike on that one? I thought I saw. Or no. There was again. Did you see that?
Like slightly blinking.
Now, unfortunately, these spikes are so small, our cameras didn't seem to pick them up that well. But while our K2 meter was being played with, we ended up capturing this EVP.
Was there a spike on that one? I thought I saw. Or no.
Could this voice be that of Peggy, the girl who died in the thunderstorm in the 1960s?
I thought I saw. Or no.
What's amazing about this EVP was that everything she said was relevant to what was going on at the time. When I asked if that was a spike that happened, she replied, "That's right."
Was there a spike on that one? I thought I saw. Or no.
Then as she's playing with the K2 meter, she then says higher as if she's trying her best to spike it harder to make more lights appear on it. Now, interestingly enough, every single audio device that we had running was able to capture her voice. And by mapping out the clarity of each audio source, I was able to determine that Peggy had to be standing right next to me in order to produce that voice, which was clearest over my lapel microphone.
If that was you, can you light this up again for me, please? Come on, we got some peanut butter for you. Do you want me to open this peanut butter? Light that. I want to make sure you're something. I want this spike on command. Can you spike this in 3, 2, 1? Come on, this peanut butter will be all yours, and it smells really good. Spike it one more time.
This thing's jumping between 0 and 1.
Is it?
Yeah. There. Oh. There just.
All right, can you touch this device? If you touch this device, the little orange lights will show up. Sorry to ask you so many things. We just want to make sure we are talking to something sentient. Come on, if you want this conversation to go further, you've got to comply. This is only the first part of how this works. We can have a nice little dialogue. You can get your story out, but you need to, jump through my hoops here. Well, hopefully with the sun going down, the activity will start picking up.
Is there anybody here who was hurt somehow? Maybe a lady in white who supposedly haunts this area? Are you around? You can come and interact with us as much as you need.
We got an audience now.
Are you guys like talking to like ghosts?
We're trying to, yeah.
Wait, like real ghosts?
Yeah. No, you guys could stay. I've had audiences before.
This is like people that like.
While recording our investigation of the tower, we had a crowd just kind of gather around us to see what we were doing. Oh my God! Yeah, we got the whole crowd here. That's how I'm pulling them in. This field attracts so much interest that spirits have always been in our lexicon for centuries, and now we're trying to help bring it to the forefront. So hopefully we can do just that.
Like people that like died there or something.
I don't know if somebody died here or what, but over time they've gotten a lot of weird things to happen here. They've had shadow people, like a shadow figure, like look over the top of this. I believe the story is during an electrical storm, a lady actually died while climbing this, and there's like steel rebarb in this thing. And at that time it was struck by lightning, and of course she got electrocuted. So the myth is that she still haunts this place, and we're trying to.
She supposedly appears as a lady in white. Many myths surrounding it. You never know what's true or what's myth.
Yeah, we were actually here a couple years ago, and our camera turned off without any warning. Like it just, something.
Do you like the peanut butter or something?
Yeah, I found out that if you offer up food up to spirits, sometimes they will react that way. And it's actually based off a couple different religions, like I'm sure you've heard of the Day of the Dead, the Mexican holiday. Well, in their tradition, they actually leave food out for their past loved ones to come feed on. So that's why we do that. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Wait, is every dead person become a ghost?
No, not necessarily. The spirits hang around for various reasons depending upon what their state of mind is when they leave their body. If they're confused, then they would stick around. If they have unfinished business, or if they have anger in their heart, they stick around still and are driven by that.
All right, thanks,
Bye,
guys.
nice meeting you.
Thank you. Well, that was cool.
I always love the opportunity of schooling others on the spirit world, and what better way to do it than during a ghost hunt itself.
I'm gonna pull out the thermal imaging camera
Oh, nice.
and aim it at the windows. I want to see if anything's like maybe lurking in there. Okay, got the heat imaging camera on. There's anybody up there? Can you peek out the window, please? I'd love to see ya. Or if you're on top of the tower, can you lean over and look at us?
Just look down here so we can see you.
Hey, Alan, get that sledgehammer out. We'll knock this door in.
Yeah. No, we found it that way.
Yeah, right. Come on, if there's anything in there, can you peek out that window, please? I'll be able to see ya. All right, so we've been trying to get you to spike these meters for a good hour and some odd minutes. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to, as a token of our friendship, I'm going to open this jar of peanut butter up and offer this food to you. But I hope that you can do us a solid and spike one of those meters. Can you just give us a little spike? I mean, do you want us to leave? Can you spike those meters if you want us to leave? We'll leave you alone. We'll pack up our stuff and head out. Just a little spike. I just want a little spike on there. Can you do that for me? Do you want us to pray for you? We are armed with prayers. We understand how the spirit world works. And we're here for you. We can offer you absolution, help you move on, offer you prayers, but we just need a spike.
Now at this point I was getting pretty frustrated, but I had one last trick up my sleeve that I was very eager to try out.
All right, now a couple of years ago, we were out here and you sucked all the energy out of one of our cameras. I offer up this camera right here to be your sacrificial lamb. Can you drain that, the battery of that camera? I offer that up to you.
Take the energy to make yourself feel powerful.
I don't think it's gonna do it. It would have done it by now. All right, let's go ahead and do another EVP session here. Where did that thing go?
Battery is starting to die on this.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Was that at full or?
Yeah, well, I haven't been able to see it since the night vision was turned on, but it was on full.
Was that going off? Oh, it's going off, Alan.
Yeah, look, it's flicking, yep.
Oh my gosh, was that you? Did you drain our battery? Oh, it's going off, Alan.
Yeah, look, it's flicking, yep.
Spike that meter if you drained our battery. Did you get the spike on camera? I hope somebody did.
This was just unbelievable. The very camera that I told her to drain ended up getting a low battery signal just seconds after I told her to drain it.
Right after that happened, I heard the K2 meter go off, so I looked down and it just went off just for a split second. Oh, it's going off, Alan.
And this immediately stopped once we all turned around to see her doing it. Now at the time I was very worried that this event wasn't caught on film, but I am just so glad that, yep, we caught it.
Can you please spike that meter one more time? I saw ya. I saw ya. Come on, man. You were feeding off the peanut butter. You fed off the camera. Can you please? Because I want this on command. I want to know who you are. I want to know what you are. My name is Chris. That is Alan.
Just let us know your name. We want to know what to call you.
Are you the woman that died in the storm? Can you spike that meter if that was you?
We want to tell your story. We want to hear your voice. Speak through this device.
Okay, tell you what, just give me one spike and we'll be out of here. I just want one spike on command, and then we'll leave you alone. Because it seems like you don't want to talk to us. Can you just give me one spike and we'll be out of here? We'll be out of your hair. I just want one spike on command, please. So wanted a spike on command at the Patterson Tower.
Not this time. Sorry, buddy.
Geez, looks like they're just feed off us and leave.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Now, it's interesting how this whole event unfolded, because I've actually come up with a theory about the spirit world acting along the same principle that I found in quantum physics, which is called the uncertainty principle. This principle states that the observer collapses the quantum state. In layman's terms, this means that a spirit can interact with the physical realm better if a human is not observing it head on while the activity is going on in this area. Since all of our backs were turned away at that exact moment while the meter was spiking, well, this definitely supports my theory. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen this uncertainty principle in play, and I've lectured on this topic at length, so thankfully for the first time ever, we were able to see this play out in our episodes and show how this applies to the paranormal field.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna run this recorder, just speak into it. Do you have anything to say to us?
Were you the one who just started draining the battery?
Zach, make sure you get a full shot of us doing this.
What's your name?
Do you have anything to say to us? Are you the one who just started draining the battery? Make sure you get a full shot of us.
What was that?
Like that meter. You get a full shot of us.
Right here.
What's your name?
There's a female voice there,
Like that meter
or
again.
something.
Make sure you get a full shot of us.
Right here. I don't know what that is.
Well, there's something on here, but it's too hard to determine what's being said, so of course we need to move on and try to record other EVPs.
All right. Doggone. You know, it's just so annoying when you go to a haunted location and you get one thing to happen, not on command, but it just happens always behind your back. Was that going off? Oh, it's going off, Alan. It just, you really want something to happen. But, you know, this is the type of thing we run into. You have spirits that just really want to interact with you, and other spirits that are just like, I'm going to toy with these guys.
We really wish we could get a lot more to happen on command and have immediate results, but that isn't always the case when you're dealing with this type of activity. We did have more activity this time than we did from the last time we came here.
Hold on. My camera keeps shutting off.
So maybe it's just a process of familiarizing ourselves with whatever resides at the Patterson Tower and making ourselves known that we want to come back and interact, and sooner or later we might get what we're looking for.
All right, well, I thank you for entertaining us being here. I wish you could have interacted with us, but thank you for at least spiking the meter once or twice. I hope you got a full meal out of the deal, and thank you.
As our night at the Patterson Tower closes, it's clear that Peggy is still in the area from our EVPs.
I thought I saw. Or no.
And how our meters were being played with behind our backs.
Oh, come on, man. Mommy? Are we dealing with a child spirit, maybe?
Since we didn't do enough research beforehand to be able to call the spirit out by her exact name, this definitely leaves the door open for a follow-up investigation. And as they like to say, the third time's the charm. So you know we'll be back and hopefully have that conversation that we're desperately trying to achieve.